$73 billion, you know. The car was actually made from a prototype of a human being.
What do you understand by a woman of substance? Who is the...
He said, who gave you admission? Where is the admission that you are here?
This is KAFTAN TV Newsroom, the headlines.
The fault is not coming from my name.
The world of sports, talking about sport, G's on KAFTAN TV.
We will know the law. Why not ensure its enforcement?
$73 billion, you know. The car was actually made from a prototype of a human being.
What do you understand by a woman of substance? Who is the...
He said, who gave you admission? Where is the admission that you are here?
Yes. It's a beautiful evening here at the KAFTAN Studios in Katapi Extension here in Abuja. I hope it is beautiful at your end too. The day has been very peaceful around here, and we sincerely hope that across our nation, peace is reigning. Now, welcome to Matters Arising on KAFTAN TV here in Abuja. I am Shegun Ojelade.
And I am from Stephen, welcoming you to Matters Arising this evening. Welcome.
On the program this evening, Mr. President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Ahmed Bola Tinubu, has charted the course of this program for us. This evening, he announced the end of the emergency rule in Rivers State, meaning that democratic governance will now resume. The governor, Siminalayi Fubara, is a deputy, and members of the State House of Assembly, and indeed all elected officials in Rivers State will, from tomorrow, because according to Mr. President's statement, the emergency rule ends at midnight today, officially making it 6 months
state of emergency in Rivers
after the declaration of the state of emergency. Now, that will be our topic for this evening. I have with me in the studio, as you have seen, our in-house, one of our in-house editors, and then we are going to be joined from somewhere around here in Abuja by Dr. Aliyu Elias, is development economist. Is going to be joining us shortly, but the two of us in the studio will kickstart the program before he joins us. Stephen, the emergency rule has ended. I think the people of Rivers State will now have the full complement of their elected officials to begin again ruling themselves under an atmosphere of democracy. What are your initial thoughts of after listening to Mr. President's statement?
All right. I can remember when that declaration was made, I think, on the 18th of March. I hope I'm correct.
It's 18th of March. It makes 6 months today.
It did that evening. In the morning, I wrote something and posted on my platform. I was against it. But
very many people were.
Yeah, many people. I know that there are a lot of court cases, people in state court cases.
Still going on, yes.
Still on. I don't know how court is going to handle that now, but
no, they've been overtaken by events.
By event, but it means that what has a beginning has an end. If you have a problem, it's a matter of time. Time takes care of everything. But we know what, many of us think we know what really transpired before the pronouncement. But I know that a lot of things must have gone underground during this 6 months period. A lot of discussions must have happened, a lot of warnings, a lot of peace talks must have happened, which have not been made public. If you check Mr. President's speech, you see where he said it's for the purpose of peace, for peace to reign. It did not only affect the governor, it affected all the democratic institutions within the House and the executive. So it affected all of them. I think they will be happy now to come back. You know, elections that happened before the emergency rule and during the emergency rule. To put everything in shape.
I think to put everything in perspective, there was a report done by our correspondent, Zainab Akogun, earlier in the day on Mr. President's statement vacating the emergency rule order. I hope our studio can play the report. Let's listen to part of what Mr. President said in that statement.
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has announced the end of the state of emergency in Rivers State 6 months after it was declared to salvage governance from collapse. The decision restores the offices of Governor Siminalayi Fubara, Deputy Governor Ngozi Nma Odu, and members of the State House of Assembly. The President recalled that the March 2025 proclamation was a constitutional necessity to curb rising political tensions, vandalism of economic assets, and a legislative deadlock that left governance paralyzed. He noted that while the measure drew mixed reactions, it averted anarchy. Tinubu expressed confidence in what he described as a new spirit of cooperation among stakeholders, adding that from September 18th, democratic governance will resume in full force in Rivers State. He urged political leaders nationwide to prioritize harmony between the executive and legislative arms, stressing that peace and order remain vital for delivering the dividends of democracy.
Okay. Now, welcome back from that brief report of Mr. President's statement vacating the emergency rule order on Rivers State. You were making a point about the emergency rule affecting not just the governor, but all the institution of democracy in Rivers State. I think that's the essence of emergency rule. But I don't know. I hope the actors and the gladiators in Rivers crisis have really will now sheath their sword and then begin to think of how to make peace with themselves in the interest of the people of Rivers State.
Yes, they have no choice as it is. They have no option. But if we look at the beginning, what really transpired, what we think could have been the problem, you know, people keep speculating. But I've realized that sometimes you can predict and predict correctly. You can speculate and speculate correctly. Before the election that brought in Governor Fubara in election, it was like former Governor Wike picked him and put him there. He was just his stooge. And when you look at the countenance of Fubara, it looks like someone who is a puppet of the former governor. And from my own perspective, I was reading his countenance. I said, this guy may appear obedient and weak. I speculated that this guy is not weak, and people are going to insult him and talk to him, and he is going to react based on that. I don't know whether what I speculated was what happened, but I will also not forget that when things start getting hard, he wanted to have a truce with the legislative body, but they have already taken their decision. The issue may not be him and the people he's working with. The issue may be with loyalty. Is he going to join them to be loyal to the person that brought him in, or is he because even the House members that we are against, I think 27 are against 4 or something. The disparity was much that we are against him. So if he's joining their bloc, things will work well. Or if the former governor, who is the current FCT minister, will also try to give him some leverage to perform as a governor. It's not always good for, a man, and he's looking like a boy, and you are the governor. I used to say it that I cannot be a president and you are threatening me. I cannot be a governor and you are not the president and you are threatening me. I won't allow that to happen around me. So every man, no matter how young, how small you are, we always want to exercise some level of authority when you are in power.
Okay. Now, I have a lot to say to some of the points that you have raised, but I am being told that our guest, Dr. Aliyu Ilyas, is a development economist. He's on air now, and before we take him, we will take a short break. We'll be right back.
on KAFTAN TV, imagine a beautiful world. We're not just bragging, we know our onions in the world of broadcasting. One of our outlets to express ourselves to the world is our flagship program, Matters Arising. Join veteran broadcaster Ruben Ukala and our crack team live.
And they give us a high price, and we just say, Nigeria, we ready.
As I said earlier, the lyrics is up, talking about the old new national.
On KAFTAN TV, Startimes channel 480 and 124, as well as NIGCOMSAT frequency 12518, symbol rate 29500.
Monday to Friday
at 8 p.m. live. You can join the conversation by calling this phone number 0802-993-8365. It's dramatic and insightful. Don't miss it. Please join us. When we say on KAFTAN TV, imagine a beautiful world, we're not just bragging, we know our onions in the world of broadcasting. One of our outlets to express ourselves to the world is our flagship program, Matters Arising. Join veteran broadcaster Ruben Ukala and our crack team live.
And they give us a high price, and we just say, Nigeria, we ready.
As I said earlier, the lyrics is up, talking about the old new national.
On KAFTAN TV, Startimes channel 480 and 124, as well as NIGCOMSAT frequency 12518, symbol rate 29500.
Monday to Friday
at 8 p.m. live. You can join the conversation by calling this phone number 0802-993-8365. It's dramatic and insightful. Don't miss it. Please join us. When we say on KAFTAN TV, imagine a beautiful world, we're not just bragging, we know our onions in the world of broadcasting. One of our outlets to express ourselves to the world is our flagship program, Matters Arising. Join veteran broadcaster Ruben Ukala and our crack team live.
And they give us a high price, and we just say, Nigeria, we ready.
As I said earlier, the lyrics is up, talking about the old new national.
On KAFTAN TV, Startimes channel 480 and 124, as well as NIGCOMSAT frequency 12518, symbol rate 29500.
Monday to Friday
at 8 p.m. live. You can join the conversation by calling this phone number 0802-993-8365. It's dramatic and insightful. Don't miss it. Please join us. When we say on KAFTAN TV, imagine a beautiful world, we're not just bragging, we know our onions in the world of broadcasting. One of our outlets to express ourselves to the world is our flagship program, Matters Arising. Join veteran broadcaster Ruben Ukala and our crack team live.
And they give us a high price, and we just say, Nigeria, we ready.
As I said earlier, the lyrics is up, talking about the old new national.
On KAFTAN TV, Startimes channel 480 and 124, as well as NIGCOMSAT frequency 12518, symbol rate 29500.
Monday to Friday
at 8 p.m. live.
Yes, we are very sorry for that break. We're trying to put our equipment right. Now, we're back. Matters Arising on the situation in Rivers State with regards to Mr. President's lifting of the emergency rule in that oil-rich state. Like I said earlier, we have a guest that is joining us via VMix. His name is Dr. Aliu Ilyas. He is an economist, a development economist. Doctor, I welcome you to the program. Sorry to have kept you waiting. Now, the emergency rule in Rivers State has been vacated by Mr. President, signaling the resumption of democratic rule. What are your initial thoughts when you had the announcement from Mr. President? He promised 6 months, and at the expiration of 6 months, the role has been vacated.
Right. I think there is no time he promised, said the initial 6 months. Perhaps they now get to settle, and we see that we now have their resumption as a democratic rule. It's not supposed to have happened at all. It's because we have resorted to that level. Ordinarily, we have court of law. When anything goes wrong, we're supposed to sort it out in court and see how it can be sorted. You recall that a lot of cases that will go to court and vacate, but one for Nigeria, it's a good one for the people of Rivers State, and we hope this will not happen again. And I think it's a lesson for National Assembly as well. There's a lacuna that they must find a way solve. And during the administrators' era as well, there's a lot of things that have happened. Are those things actually legal? Are they democratically okay to check those things? These are the questions that is on our mind. Because if we continue tolerating such things, that means we can take now. We've had it in Jos Plateau. We've had it in Ekiti. We have had it also in Rivers. How do we make sure that it's not going to happen again? And the president also said he did it because of peace. There could be other alternatives to bring about peace. If the governor, as it is then was APC, would they have go to emergency? That shows that they put dynamics to what happened in Rivers State.
Okay. All said and done. Whether the declaration was in error or not, it has run its course, and it has ended. Do you think the gladiators, just like I asked my colleague in the studio, do you think they've learned anything from what happened in the past 6 months, so that they do not go back to their rancorous way of doing things? Proud to the declaration.
Right. I think it's a clear thing that they must have learned their lessons, because even the supposed godfather do not have his way when the show was there, and the supposed godson do not also have the opportunity to do his democratic assignment that he was elected for. I'm convinced 100% they have learned. Even the state assembly must have also learned their lessons. However, beyond those gladiators, I think the entire Nigeria landscape have learned lesson. Politicians have learned their lesson. It has shown that the godfather must also not be high-handedness. It also shows that the godson must also be conscious of tolerating the godfather to an extent. I think we have all learned our lessons. My concern is that how do we make sure we tame such things that it will not deny the people, as deny people of Rivers State their democratic processes and democratic governance, as it were. So beyond the lessons, we must not allow this to happen again.
Okay, I will come back to you. Let me speak with my colleague in the studio. We'll come back to you, Doctor. Well, he says they must have learned their lessons. Now, after learning their lessons, after the experience, because they are now at the age of experience, when they come back now, what should they now be doing? Because the people of Rivers State have lost valuable time, valuable opportunities to have their governor in place and to enjoy the dividends of democracy. What should they be? What should be their conduct now?
6 months, 6 months without any tangible project, developmental project, is a very big loss. I think even if, because from what I've observed over time, some politicians don't easily forgive. But they forgive, what I've noticed is that they forgive when there is that mutual interest. They will let go and get what they want to get. But when the time comes, they want to hit back. Now, what they should be doing is to manage anything that is making them angry or any other hidden agenda they have. They should just keep it down, keep it low, and manage it for the good of the state. That's what they should be doing. And again, if you are becoming overbearing, if you know that your mind must have told you, I wouldn't have done this, I wouldn't have done that. Or on the other side, you say, I acted too quickly, I should have just at least allow some time to run before showing what I have in mind or what I would have done. I think that should be managed. And the governor, because without the House of Assembly, he won't be able to run the state. Now, the House of Assembly, the State House of Assembly, River State House, should also at least bring everything down and allow him to run the state to a certain level. Okay. But what I don't know is whether he still has that freedom to do some development work he would like to do.
Okay. Doctor, let me come back to you. I asked some people, who is the victor or who is the vanquished in this issue of River State? Who do you think lost something, or who do we say has gained something? I mean, between the River State governor and his godfather, is that a winner? Is that a loser after the emergency rule?
That's missing word. There's a winner. There's a winner, clear winner. And the winner, because the godfather make the state ungovernable for the godson, engage him actually through the state assembly. And at the end of the day, the president also tilts towards the godfather. And it appears it's one way win, and lesson for also the godson that sometimes, in as much as you knew that this person is actually
sorry, doctor. Would you have expected anything different? Knowing, I mean, the way we play politics in this country, will you have expected anything different?
If it is an APC state, it will have happened. And the godson has taken over courtesy of the support of the center. It is clear. So it's because of where the godfather belongs to. If not, it wouldn't have happened, because the governor is the leader of that state. Perhaps during the godfather's reign in governance, can anybody dare him to actually dictate to him, tell him what to do? So so it's a clear one that is the winner. We can see the winner and we can see the person who have. For now, the governor have traded off 6 months, no matter what, in his democratic, democratic governance, and you can see that they made it impossible. Though I'm not actually supporting the role of the Fubara, the governor himself. He should have also tolerated more. But in terms of seeing the winner, seeing the loser, it is a clear, like an open book.
Okay. Now, Fubara has lost a valuable 6 months. I was just asking my colleague here. 6 months in the life of an administration is huge. Now that he's back, what should be his focus? Because in the eyes of the people, much is expected of him. What are the quick wins that you think he should embark upon very quickly? River State is not lacking in money. And the money is still sitting there in the state government's coffers for him to use to win back the hearts of the people with very good projects.
Right. I think, like you rightly said, there is enough in Rivers to actually extended for different projects. Now, what you need to focus on is the project. You need to do more projects that will show that at least he's in charge, and he must bring about governance. And he must also cooperate with the state assembly. He has another challenge of the chairmanship now. He has more people more chairman from APC, where he is the chairman. The challenge is that will he defect? And perhaps he will also be playing to the gallery in terms of playing for 2027, because there is a challenge on him now. If he did not perform well, it shows that definitely he will be out. So if he can perform very well, exceedingly well, bring about governance, cooperate with his people, it can be considered. So for me, I think his challenge now is governance, governance, governance. And he does not have any excuse. He must govern the state as expected, and he must govern to the benefit of people. And the challenge now is that the whims and caprices of this godfather, would they allow him to actually do a lot of things that I want to do? You will recall that the chairmen are there already, and the chairman is answerable. I think you know that the administrator actually bring them in, and they are in different parties. So he has a choice to either decide to defect as soon as possible, so that he will have a free hand to actually operate.
Okay. I will still come back to you, Stephen. Fubara is in a very tight corner. I believe so. He's in a very, very tight corner. Yeah, he's in fact operating amongst people that are looking at him with one kind eye. Let's see what he's going to do. Any wrong move from him will ricochet into various segments of the states and the country. Many people will be watching him to report him, especially those that will be working with, like the assembly, for instance, like the godfather, even the local government chairman. With the Fubara that you saw before the emergency rule, do you think the man is ready to lie low so that we don't go back to where we're coming from?
You asked the question, whether who is the loser, who is the winner, vanquished and the victor and the vanquished. There is. It's only time that will tell, really. But for me, there is a victor, there's a vanquished. Fubara is going to, the peace deal is going to be a sort of, he's going to function in a dictative manner, whereby he's not going to be as free he wanted to be. He's going to be, what he's going to do now is going to be dictated for him. The only thing on his own part is to try to use his wisdom, intelligence to know how to trade, so that what happened to him before will not happen to him. And you know, if it's happening for the second time, it's going to be very devastating. And they pushed him out and built the ground for him, did the election and all those things.
Yes.
So he may be sitting on top of a covered hole. So he can't do much. If he tries to do any other thing, they just remove the cover and he will fall into it.
Yes.
So no matter what is going to happen now, the only thing that can save him is just to pipe down. He should stop listening to those advice and use his
I
own.
was about asking you that. Some people pushed him into this.
Already he should have known. Already he should have known, because when you are the governor, you know, people know that you are not the one acting. They will talk to you, they will call you, do you think you are a man? And when you are a man, you know you are a man, and people are asking you, you are not man enough. You would like to act. When someone asks you, what will you do? What can you do? You can't do anything. Even if you cannot do anything, inside you, you are planning what you are going to do. No matter how small you are, and no matter how big the person you are working with.
So what should be his relationship with those people that pushed him into the fire?
In fact, if he will apply wisdom, he should go and kneel down and apologize and make them believe that all is well. And he will move and enter into them very well. Because when you go to war and you lose war, all the equipment of war that you were holding to fight before will be removed from you. And it has been removed from them. The only thing that can save you is strategy. Because everybody strategizes. But the strategy you use during the wartime is what will determine whether you win or not.
Okay. The program is Matters Arising. We're discussing Mr. President's vacation of the state of emergency rule in Rivers State. You can be part of the program. The call line will be displayed on your screen. It's already there. Please call in and let's share ideas together. Thank you. Doctor, I want to ask you, I've just been discussing with my colleague here about those people some people that we all know who pushed Fubara, so to speak, into the mouth of the lion. Perhaps they were the one advising him not to take it lightly with his godfather. They were the ones who tried to use him against Wike, who many of them have issues with. Now that the situation has turned the way it has turned for the governor, what will you advise the governor to do with this set of people going forward?
Right. So for me, ordinarily, if you see Fubara, I think he's still very young. So if you have other ambition beyond governor, you can still be minister in future, you can be senator in future, you can also still contest for vice president or president. So he must now be meticulous and manage the two sides. You cannot say because you become governor now, the thing is that how do you manage the information given to you? How do you use those information? That's what really matters, because it makes it so obvious that it's listening to people, against his godfather, which is Wike at that period. You recall that Wike have all other former governors. He's not in good time with all of them. You know that Peter Odili is there. Amechi is there. The other one that Ford said is not a governor is also there. You could recall even in that period, you have to withdraw the right he gives to that one that he has never been recognized by the law as a governor. So if you look at him, he's not in good time with all the past governors. So and he wouldn't want Fubara to actually do anything with them. So I would advise Fubara, you don't want to cut it 100%, but please don't let it be open that you are relating with those past governors. You must manage Wike and make things that will make Wike and his camp be much more, happier with you, so that you can consider it going forward. For me, I never even expect him to bring sort of this type of attitude in the first tenure. So in the second tenure that you take by second tenure, you will now be strong and you can do a lot of things. But in the first tenure that you just came in, barely 1 year plus, started having issue with everyone, the state assembly, even the role he played against the assembly, for me, it's just not very, very okay, because you know where the real fight is coming from. Why not go there and settle? So for me, I think he should manage other past governors, other leaders in the state very well, and also give room and opportunity, perhaps even by the conditionalities that will follow this resumption. They are going to dictate what he's going to do for him. So he's going to follow his stricter sense.
Okay. Thank you very much, Doctor. I'll come back to you like I always say. Now, some people have been advising Fubara that he should just resign and go, because he's not going to have a free hand to operate. If he has some ideas, the ideas will die inside him if he doesn't play ball with all these people that he has to work with and that they are watching him hand and leg.
The problem I have is whether they will be able to trust him again.
Yeah.
But in terms of resignation or resigning, that shouldn't be an option. Because you see, the state doesn't belong to one person, doesn't belong to anybody. It belongs to everybody. So if you resign for who? To come and take over. Yes. It's your own, take it. The only thing you need now is to apply your wisdom, utmost wisdom. You've had experience, like you said. Everybody have had experience. He has had his own experience. Now, how are you going to use your wisdom to be able to get what you've lost? There is nothing. Let me tell you, in the Bible, for those who are Christians, Moses was trained in the house of Pharaoh. I bet he was the one that liberated his people because he knew the terrain. He knew leadership of the Egypt. So if you really want to liberate yourself, liberate your people, or bring good governance, for now or for the future, just play along, stay, play along, try to win trust, and at the long run, you'll be able to achieve. Whenever, it is not even difficult. Wike is not a devil. He's a human being. He's a man like you. If you have an idea you want, you can discuss with him. Sometimes you can be stubborn. He may even like it. You say, my God, this one, I want to do it. Leave me, let me do something. There's a way you present it. They know that he may laugh over it and say, go ahead. There are ways he can do, but resigning is not an option for me.
Okay, I think the major problem they have is the control of the structure of politics in Rivers State.
For 2027 and
yes,
beyond.
I think it was too early for Fubara to want to tamper with Wike's structure. I think that was how. I don't think the issue is about money per se. It's about politics. Who has the soul of Rivers State in terms of politics? So that was where the problem came from.
Did it actually
now
start from
yes,
structure?
Now that Wike's men, especially at the local government level, you know, politics is played at the grassroots. Anyone that controls the grassroots controls the politics of the state. Now that his men, Wike's men, are now on ground in all the wards and local governments in Rivers State now, I think there is likely to be peace. I don't believe that Fubara will not have a free hand to operate. I don't think Wike wants to rule two states. Maybe he's a governor, or they call him minister here in Abuja, in FCT, and then he wants to be governor of Rivers State. No, I don't think that's. He wants his structure in place, which he uses for political ends. And of course, that comes with some dividends too. But I don't think it will now be breathing over Fubara to want to be the one that dictates the pace in Rivers State. Oh. I believe that Fubara will have his governance back. He will have his governance back, but he should stay clear of the politics of Rivers State. This is not his time to want to entrench himself or to want to amass territories. He will still have opportunity to do that. Not now. That's my own personal belief. I don't know what Dr. Elias, what do you believe?
You can see I'm actually laughing here because it's quite laughable.
I was hearing you.
The structure there is what is the problem. That means Wike want to hold FCC and he want to hold Rivers, because what actually gave Wike the opportunity of becoming minister is because of the structure he has in Rivers. So 100% he wants to take over. And we have seen it before. I recall is it Bukola Saraki and Abdul Fattah. We have seen the relationship of Godfather and Godson. We have seen different. We have also seen what is happening between and Yaya. You know, we have seen different the way it plays. But the thing is, no matter what, it must have some level of freedom of governor. As it is now, I can tell you, the Fubara is going to be dictated to on what to do day by day through the National State Assembly, through the local government chairman, and through the Godfather. Like the guest in the studio rightly mentioned, he only needs to be strategic to say yes to a lot of things for them, while he has his own plan. But for me, I want him to deliver to the state. So that beyond this political era, he can also have an opportunity, you know, for other things. Because if he fails to deliver to an extent, you know, the state will see him as really see him as just, you know, being used by the governor. So for me, if I were to advise Fubara, he should focus on governance and reduce the level of politicking.
Yes, I agree with you. He should concentrate on governance. He should look through his manifestos again and see those areas where he needs to make a quick impact in the interest of the people. He has to reach out to all segments of the state. I think it should begin a process of reconciliation, holding meetings and where necessary. It should meet groups, traditional rulers, local chiefs, and youth groups, women and youths. Yes, I think it should spend the next 2-3 weeks doing that, and then settle down for governance. I don't think resources will be his problem, and so I believe it should also because we hear that so many people are up in arms against the sole administrator that just handed over. That should not be his focus. He should allow what is gone to just go. He should just settle and then begin work to try to win back lost
The
grounds.
question is that which party will he be operating from? Will he be operating from APC? Will he be operating from PDP? PDP is telling him to probe the administrator. They are telling him, a lot of things to do. So will he not be a PDP man, or he will quickly move to APC? That's another dynamics that you must look into critically.
But I think from what suggestions that many have made, even on our program, it won't take too long before he switched over to the APC. Or what do you think?
That's what I expected. You know that at the middle of the crisis, my opinion to him then was that why not switch to APC? Because if you had switched to APC, that emergency rule wouldn't have come at all. So now, for him to have a good governance, because there's issue of nothing PDP actually contributed to him while he was in trouble. They are just talking, underground. They don't even stand for him as expected. So for me, he should just go to APC in peace and actually sort his problem. And, so his future politics and what have you will just be secure to an extent. Perhaps if he's in APC, he may also have opportunity of contesting again. But if he's in PDP, he cannot come forward that he wants to contest for governor in Rivers State.
Yes. Stephen, Doctor and I agree that it will be better for Fubara to join the APC. What do you think?
But he doesn't have that power. He is not going to be allowed to join APC without permission. Because that is.
Why do you say so?
That is part of the truth. They are playing. The kind of politics they are playing. Wike is playing now. Now you were elected under PDP. Your godfather is still in PDP, trying to do something with PDP, working with APC, and stay there. He is going to determine when you will move and when you will not move. He is also playing his own game. I mean, for his own personal game. I mean, his godfather. So moving to APC.
What Doctor said is that when he had crisis, where was PDP? We're just in the background shooting feeble arrows. Now, it is better for him, I believe too, that it is better for him to join the APC. See, you think Wike is still a committed member of the PDP?
He is playing politics with PDP.
Foul, as Chief Zebediah will say. Wike is one leg in PDP and one leg in APC. He may not. The reason that he has not joined the APC, there is a reason for it. But I don't think PDP will count him as one of their members again. We all don't. We don't. So I don't think he's going to object to Fubara joining the APC, because it's just a matter of time before Wike himself takes some decisions.
Yeah, if you take that decision, then.
Yes. Good evening. Welcome to KAFTAN TV. Yes. Good evening.
Hello.
Yes. Hello. Good evening. Welcome to Matters Arising. Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Tony. I'm calling from Cross River.
Okay. Please go ahead.
My name is Tony. I'm calling from Cross River.
Please go ahead.
The issue in River State is about power tussling
Power tussling, yes.
Yes, and you know, Wike, even when he has left as governor of Rivers State, he wants to remain relevant in politics.
Yes. Can you turn down the volume of your TV set?
And the issue, similar issue played out in Edo State when Adams. Hello.
Yeah, we're hearing you, but if you can turn down the volume of your TV set, it will be better for every one of us.
Okay. The issue also came up when. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, clearly, yes.
All right. The issue also came up when Comrade Adams Shobode took over as Edo State governor. I think you can remember.
Yeah.
The issue is that we can want to remain relevant as far as Rivers State is concerned.
Yes.
And Fubara coming in as a governor just a year and tampering with a structure that was already on ground set by Wike, that was where the problem started.
Yes.
The problem in Rivers is not money, it's about the structure.
Yes.
But I really sympathize with Fubara because, number one, he has made them to, you know, the cartel who are members of Wike camp would love trust and confidence in him at this time. And what he needs to do now is to reconcile with them, play along with them. I believe, I'm trusting God that if peradventure he delivers good governance, he will also have disciples who will work with him. And
Yes.
at the end of the day, he will break through. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. In fact, you've just re-echoed some of the things that I've said in the course of this program. I think we can need, Fubara needs wisdom to navigate, as you have said too, to navigate the how to operate in this. See, he gave the game away too early. Too early.
Because
you know what he did is what anybody would have done. But you see, only very few people will do it 3 months into his administration.
Yes, they would been looking for second term before they will come back.
Yes, he would have allowed them to understand him. He would have understood them. He would have studied
but
them very well.
If he's wise enough, even the structure that is on ground,
he can use it.
He can convert
leverage
it.
on it.
Yes,
Yes,
he can
thank
leverage
you.
and convert it to his own
Thank
structure.
you. Now, as we try to close this program, Doctor, I want you to once again now in concrete terms advise, because Fubara is the man that we should all be talking to. You know, we know Wike as the person that we know him to be, and then we know what the man wants. In fact, what he wants is what many of us want. With all the efforts that you made to install the governor, we say that with all sense of responsibility, install the governor. Somebody cannot just come overnight and try to dismantle your structure and make you feel irrelevant. So I think some of us too will fight the way we fought to ensure that it's not rubbished. Now, how do you advise Fubara to behave from tomorrow when he enters his office?
I would like to advise Wike first, even before Fubara, because Wike at this point in time need to protect Fubara. Because everybody knows that Fubara is now weak, he has been weakened. The assembly wants to override him. The chairman will not want to listen to him. They want to call Wike and directly for Wike to give them what to do instead of them to call Fubara. That's the problem. So I think Wike is the first to be advised. If you want to talk to Fubara, engage Fubara directly. Don't instigate the state assembly or the chairman against Fubara. Call him and give him your directive. That's what I think. Therefore, Fubara just needs to be meticulous. In as much as he wants to remain relevant in that state and he wants to have a good governance, he must cooperate with Wike at this point in time. I think that is it.
Okay. I must thank you most sincerely, Dr. Aliyu Inas, for coming on the program. I narrated how we met to you earlier in the day. I really appreciate you for joining us on the program today, for agreeing to stay up this late in the day to be part of a television program. I really appreciate you. I sincerely hope that we're going to be having more interactions. I look forward to receiving you in our studios on Katampe here. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me. I've been coming to the studio anyway. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. It's not you and I.
Tomorrow, Fubara is going to make his own speech, and people are going to divulge and try to analyze the content of that speech. So there will be another discussion on it. You understand? Okay. And that his speech is going to be his stepping stone, or what people are going to look, going to take to see where he is going to, how he's going to sound on both sides, whether it's the people against Wike and his group.
The class.
So
we're
waiting for him. He may even come and surprise us and say, because I've been saying his spirit has left the government house, so he may come and say, I'm no longer there. The vice take over. Okay. Anything can happen. We are waiting.
Shall see. Thank you very much for that, and I'll be looking out for that part of what you have said in his speech if he decides to talk tomorrow. But I want to say that he will never say that. He won't. Anyway, this is where we want to close the program for tonight. Join us tomorrow for another edition. I am Shegun Jelade. Good night.
I am Mofrom Stephen. Good night.
Okay. And as we say in KAFTAN TV, imagine a beautiful world.